Well, good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Another on the road edition, friends. On the road edition. We've been traveling a lot lately.
Yep.
Running a lot of errands and stuff. But today's travels, we're actually headed back home because we took off for the weekend for Gary's birthday.
Yep. It was a good old time.
It was.
Did a lot of swimming and did some fishing.
Yep.
I did catch a fish.
2, right?
I did catch 2.
Abe got 1?
Abe got 1.
Yeah.
You know, I took him out there this morning before we packed up everything and everything else like that. He was a little bummed. He was all, man, why didn't you wake me up? I was like, you look too peaceful, man. Like, it didn't look like you wanted to get woken up.
Oh, yesterday?
Yesterday, I was like, you didn't budge or anything. I was moving around in that trailer a lot before, like, he was out like a light.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we all slept really, really good. It's very comfy in the trailer.
It is.
Yeah. And we worked out all the kinks and stuff like that. We really want to take it out on a maiden voyage this weekend so we can celebrate Gary's birthday, but also we got Freedom Weekend coming up over in Tennessee at Ridge Life's Ridge,
yep.
Right? And we're going to be taking the new pop-up camper out there and staying out there in that. And before we take it out of state, we wanted to make sure that everything's going to be working right and we're not going to be roasting in the heat, and I am happy to report that we will definitely not be roasting in the heat.
No.
In fact, it was really funny. Funny thing. I was cold, man. I was so cold, and that's a good problem to have, but I was freezing in that camper. The air conditioning works really, really well, like ice cold. And we only had to use it on low, because if we had it on high, man, it would have been like an ice box in there, even more than it already was.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, other than that, there was no real kinks really to work out. We did some minor repairs to it before we left, just, flex tape.
Yep.
But it was good enough for this weekend.
Yeah, it worked out perfect. I mean,
yeah.
No issues. It was beautiful. It was easy to set up. A lot easier this time. I feel like we're getting better and better popping up and popping down that thing.
Yeah.
But it's pretty fun, man. I'm super happy that we have that thing.
Yeah.
I could see us taking some more trips in the future.
Absolutely. We
Very
got
soon.
many plans. Honestly, it's summertime, right?
Yep.
And so our work schedule is wake up early, get the work done by around 1, 2 in the afternoon, and then after that it's pretty much done for the day unless you want to come out right before sunset and get another hour or 2 in.
Yeah.
But it's so hot in the south. After about 1 o'clock, forget it. It's miserable, and you're mostly just spinning your wheels because you're so hot. You get delirious,
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really that safe to work out in that kind of weather. So
No.
Gary and I decided that that's the summer schedule. We assimilate to the south, and we are going to, for just making ourselves happier and just really enjoying the journey and the time that we have with our kids more, we're going to be taking a lot more weekend getaways.
Yeah.
We were planning on going home yesterday, but we were having so much fun. We were like, let's stay another night,
I woke up, and instantly when I woke up, and I was like, dude, we're staying another night. we're not, no. I'm not packing up today. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
It was my actual birthday and all that other stuff. We just unpacked, and got it all set up.
Yeah, the day
and
before.
basically went swimming, had fun that day, or the day before, and we woke up, and I was like, man, I really don't want to pack it all up. We just I felt like we just put everything up. It wasn't that long ago. I just set everything up. Now I'm tearing everything down. It's like, man, let me take one more day. Let's do one more day out here and have a full day of fun out here, and then we'll leave first thing, Monday morning.
Yeah.
So here we are.
And yeah, it worked out really great. It really did.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday when we got out there, my sister and Dommel and Patrick all met us up out there, and we had a really great time hanging out with them. Of course, swimming and barbecuing and laughing, and they hung out as long as they could. The place where we actually went to Indian Lake, so there were several of you in the comment section of our last video that we posted here on Real Talk where we're like, that's it, we're leaving. And and we gave you guys some clues on where we were going. There were several of you that have really good memories and remember our road trip, you know, and remember us going out there that one time. And that was the first time that we ever went out there.
Yep.
And anyway, so the place that we're at, like, they closed the gates where if you're not staying overnight, you have to, like, be out of the park by, like, 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And so Don and Dommel, they stayed until the very last bit, and then they were like, well, we don't want to get locked in, so we got to get... But they stayed until they couldn't stay anymore, and we had a really good time hanging out with them.
Yeah.
And yesterday, for Gary's actual birthday, David came down, and Mike and Lissa, they came down, and we all hung out, and it was a good time.
It was fun. It was a good old time.
Yeah.
Like I said, we did a lot of swimming, man. That was
so much swimming.
So much fun, and we've been needing to go swimming too.
Yeah. We got a couple of cops flying
down
us.
the road. I'm like, all right, let me.
Bad boys.
I didn't even hear you guys. I mean,
what you gonna do?
I got water in my ear, so if that happens, you can hear them. Let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know next time. I heard it.
I can't hear crap, you know.
Yeah, they're on the move. That's for sure.
My left ear especially is completely plugged
from the swimming. Well, we got the swimming drops when we get home. It should help to dissolve some of that water. I'll put it in your ears.
Oh man. All that swimming, all that flipping off the diving board.
Yeah, Gary was doing all the tricks. He was doing the flying squirrel, the back flips, front flips, the dives,
it was fun.
Giant cannonballs, I don't know, the jackknifes. He was doing all the things. My favorite part was the water slide.
Yeah.
They've got this really big, long, dual water slide, right? And you fly, man, you skid on the top of the water when you're shooting out of that thing. But it's so much fun, guys. It was so much fun. I'm definitely more of like a water slide type person. Like if we're going to an amusement park and it's like water slide and like roller coasters, I like the water slides better than the roller coasters because I don't get motion sickness on the water slides. I just don't. Where roller coasters and stuff, and even like being a passenger, like I have to take Dramamine and it's pretty bad for me. So I just enjoy, because I don't feel sick afterwards, you know? I just enjoy the water slides better. And this wasn't anything crazy. It's just a straight slide, right? But it slides you right. You go climb up this thing, and then you go all the way to the top, and then you straight slide right into the lake. And man, it really shoots you out. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. The kids did it probably about 100 times. And yeah, Julia, Scarlett, and Abe, man, little water babies, they stayed in the water pretty much from the time that they woke up. And then they'd come back to shore, get some lunch, get some snack, and then, sunscreen.
Right back out again.
They were right back out. And then they just did that for the last couple of days. So they're going to be pretty tuckered out when we get home.
I'm sunburned.
Yeah, you actually don't look too burnt right now, though. That aloe vera is, like, sucking it out of your face.
Yeah, my face, on my shoulders.
Yeah, Julia's got a touch of some sun. All the kids got a touch of sun, but...
Yeah.
Even I do, you know, but the aloe vera definitely helps to suck it on out. Helps to calm it down some. It's got like lidocaine in it too, so it helps to numb, you know. But yeah, if you guys are ever in, so it's over by like Conway or Cabot, I guess. More Cabot. Valonia, that vicinity, right?
Yeah.
It's a really nice park. It's called Indian Lake, and it's a private family-owned. Like, it's a giant pond. It's a lake, but it's like a giant pond / lake, man-made lake. And it's a privately owned business and venture. And the thing that's really nice about it is it's very clean and very upkept. It's a faith-based organization and like location, so it is Christian. But one thing that's really cool about it is that all of my sister was telling me this. I don't know this to be a fact, but my sister was telling me this, and I believe her. She said that all of the people that work there, basically it's like they're all volunteers, and they're all people that are in recovery. So it's going to a very good, like all the proceeds and stuff, it goes to a really good cause, you know, of like helping people that are recovering and getting back on their own feet. And then every Sunday they have this big pavilion, and they do services over there, which is really nice. It is a little, they do have some rules and regulations, right? No profanity, there's no alcohol allowed on the premises. and no firearms or anything like that, which is okay. They do have security that goes around, and they have all the volunteers and stuff that work there. They go around several times a day, like keeping the grounds really clean, which is very nice. And it's just a very, very welcoming family location to go have fun with your kids and your families, you know. It's a really good spot, and it's always very clean, and the staff is always very, very friendly. And this is the second time that we've been there, but both times that we've been there, it's like, man, I can't wait to go back.
Yeah.
Fun fact, actually, so you guys that are OGs, you guys already know, but for people that are kind of like catching up on us and stuff like that, so part of Gary and I's story, how we even ended up in Arkansas. So a while ago, before we bought the 41.36, Gary and I decided that we wanted to move, and we needed to figure out where we were going to be. So we had a little, was it the Kia, or no?
Oh, it was a Hyundai Accent.
It was a Hyundai Accent, that's what it was. It was a little Hyundai Accent. And we packed that thing up, man. You couldn't put a piece of paper in the trunk. It was so packed full. Yeah. But me and Gary and the 3 kids packed up that car, and we went on a cross-country road trip, and we were essentially like living out of our car for a little while, just trying to figure out where we were going to be. Now, we had the house in Arizona still, right? So it's not like we were like homeless per se, but we had no destination in mind when we packed up and left.
Blindly driving.
Just literally just going. Just, all right, well, where are we going to stop tonight? I don't know. And we tried to do it like where we were camping at like the free spots, like the BLM land and stuff like that. Sometimes we'd stay at a KOA, or sometimes we'd stay at campgrounds, so then we can get a shower and have bathrooms and everything. But it was really, honestly, such a great adventure, and such a really, really great memories and part of our story. But yeah. I digress. We ended up out here to Arkansas because my sister lives kind of outside of Little Rock, and we were already kind of this way, and we're like, let's go stop and see sis. I haven't seen her in a while, and yada yada. And so when we were coming out this way, we did stay with Dawn for like a night, I think, and then we were like, well, we really want to go and find some other place. And Dawn had told us, Dawn and Dommel, they both had told us like, hey, you should go check out this place. So we went and we stayed and we camped. Again, we were pitching a tent and stuff, and kind of just living out of the car for a little bit. And when we came over to the Indian Lake place, and we pitched our tent and we camped there, we stayed there for like a week. And like was
it a week? I thought we were only there for like 4 days or something like
that. It was like 5 days, I think. So maybe not a full week, but it was pretty much a week, We were there for a while. So anyhow, so we get there, and like the first day that we get there, we were just like, all right, let's decompress, let's swim, and let's have the kids have some fun. We went down the water slides and everything, but that was our very first like water experience in Arkansas, and it was our very first experience swimming in like the brown water that's out here.
Yeah.
Because on the West Coast, the water is very, very clear and freezing. It is freezing cold. And out here, all of the spots in Arkansas that we've been to, except for the one that I haven't been to yet, but you did, the man's fishing trip place, you said the water's cold there.
That water reminds me a lot of home.
Yeah.
In the sense of the West Coast.
Yeah. But the water out there, I mean, it's warmer water. It's not like hot, but it's warm water, and it's all brown, and that's just how the lakes are out here in Arkansas. It's because of the clay and stuff like that, the minerals that are out here. So it's not dirty. That's just how it is. It's just different, Yeah. And so it was our first time experiencing that. We saw big turtles. We slid down the water slides. We had such a great time. And like the first day, we were camping and everything, but we had plans like along our road trip. I was looking on like Landwatch and Landflip, .com type places, and I was calling up real estate agents. And so like on our road trip, we were meeting up with real estate agents along the way, trying to go and look at raw properties and stuff. And I tell long stories. I give so many details, but basically when we came over here to this part and we stayed out at the campground area and we saw the water and we saw the animals like the turtles, and we had some experience with talking with different local people and stuff, and we were just like, wow, we really like Arkansas. This is a really nice spot, And I guess the rest is YouTube history. You can go and start watching all of our old videos if you guys are interested in that particular time in our life. The kids were much younger. We were younger.
Yeah, we were all younger.
You know, but that was like the beginning of what led us all out here. And I just know that going out there to Indian Lake, it's kind of a full circle moment in a way. Because again, we were not even living out here the last time we were out there, and now we're out here and we're living here, and it was kind of cool. So the spot that we had for putting up our pop-out camper and stuff this time, when we were out here a couple years ago and we were camping across the lake. So this time we were looking across the lake at the old campsite that we stayed at the very first time we camped. And also, one thing that's kind of funny is that the very first time we camped across the lake where we were staying at today, there was another pop-up camper.
Yeah.
So it was like, that must be the pop-up spot. And there was no other pop-ups out there. It was just us. So like when David and Mike and Lissa and like Dawn and everybody like came to meet up with us, all they had to do was look for the pop-up. There we are. But anyways.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Go around, car, so I can get past this guy too.
It's been a really great weekend though, and I think we all really needed this recharge time. And what a great way to celebrate your birthday, honey.
It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
So you're 35 now, you're over the hill.
I am 35 years old now.
Over the hill.
Over the hill and around the bend.
You feel any different?
I mean, no.
Feel the same.
I'm still hurting in the back. And
Still Gary.
Still feel old, but I'm only wee young, a wee lad.
Yeah, we're still young. We still have a whole lot of life ahead of us, but at the same time, we're at the point where we have a whole lot of life to look back on, you know? So it's a good phase in life, though. I feel like this time in life is like we're living in the best days of our life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm reminded of that all the time.
Hey, I'm not trying to leave in and out, but I'm pulling a trailer, and
Yeah.
I finally get up to speed and then get over in the right like, you're supposed to. Let the passing people go on the left.
Tiny's actually doing really well with pulling this this trailer.
It's doing a lot better
nervous.
than I was expecting. I'm not gonna lie. It's still, it's doing a little bit of what I was expecting, but that's mainly because Tiny's so tiny.
Tiny's tiny for a reason.
There's not a whole lot of weight to her, She's a pretty light one, but she's got a pretty good engine.
Yeah.
So
I will say, if you guys ever do plan to go to Indian Lake and you have a big vehicle like Biggie, the roads going down to the camping spots and stuff are very narrow. You can do it. Lots of people did. David got his big old truck out there, right?
Yeah.
But if we were pulling,
it'll be tight.
yeah, it's tight. It's tight.
If you're pulling something like that, you'll be escorted to your spot,
Which
So
is something very nice that they do too.
You'll get to where you need to be.
Yeah, the grounds people, they have a golf cart type thing or a side-by-side that they drive around, and when you're first checking in and you're going to your camping spot, he'll go ahead of you so that way he can make sure that the road is clear, so that way there's no congestion or problems, so you can get into your spot nice. Because it is tight, like it is pretty tight, but very doable,
Yeah.
So, but it's been a really great weekend. It's been absolutely fabulous. We're gonna get home at a pretty decent time. It's just after 10 right now. We'll get home probably around noonish, and I think we're just gonna unpack and do laundry and decompress and figure out what we're gonna have for dinner. I'm probably gonna do some editing tonight so I can get a video out for you guys tomorrow. I got some videos that are needing to be edited. They're in the can, so to speak, that at home when I get that done, and I can hopefully try to get something out for you guys for tomorrow. We did do some recording this weekend, but nothing too crazy. Very relaxing, a vacation vlog. I hope that you guys will enjoy some time with us when I get this one out, but it won't be for the next Definitely not the next post. I want to say it's not the next one or the next one. It's like I'm probably like two or so videos ahead right now. So it'll be coming soon, though. Coming soon. I hope that you guys will enjoy it with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're kind of burnt. We're gonna turn up some music and enjoy the rest of the drive. You want to say anything else to people before I cut out, babe?
Well, it's been a great time. I've been thoroughly looking forward to this trip, and it was definitely a trip well worth having. You know,
I'm glad that we made this spur of the moment decision. To just
it was,
hang
you
out.
know, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen with the weather. You know, with how the weather's been lately, it's like, is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Are we going to have, you know, rain? Are we? What's going to happen?
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't want to try to plan anything until I knew what was going on. 3 days before, I was like, it's going to be sunny and hot.
Yep. It's actually looking like it's going to be sunny and hot for the next foreseeable future. So
Yeah.
this week coming up, like starting tomorrow, not today, but tomorrow, I think we're going to plan to have Gary hop on the roof and get some things done with that. I'm probably going to do some staining.
Yep.
Get some of that done, just so that way we're making progress in both directions. This will be like our last week at home before we got to start, I guess, redirecting and getting things ready for Freedom Weekend to go to Tennessee. So we're going to try to cram a lot of stuff in this week. So it's an extra good reason why I'm like happy that we took this time to decompress and relax a little bit and get back to happy.
Because we're gonna be on the grind pretty quick. So
Yep. And I'm happy though, man. We got some really good summer is here. So now it's gonna be just, you know, instead of us sniveling about the rain, it's gonna be a sniveling about the heat. But
yeah.
so long as we wake up early and get out there and get after it, we'll be all right.
Well, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wake up early, do what we need to do, and then by the middle of the day, when it's hotter than hot and nobody wants to be outside getting sunburnt, you know,
Yeah, roasting.
burnt to a crisp, we'll go down to the lake or the river or something, you know.
Yeah. I just
play in
hope
some
that
water.
the stinking E. coli disperses itself quickly in our local little watering holes.
I'm hoping it goes away quick, you know. If it's sunny like this, I mean, shoot, the water will definitely go through
Yeah.
what it needs to do.
Some of you guys mentioned, like, why don't you guys jump in your pool? We don't have our pool set up right now. So we do have the pool. We have the pump. We have all the stuff. We just don't have it actually set up right now. And that's mostly because we need to buy, like, one of those creepy crawly pool cleaners.
I don't want to spend the time to clean it.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. We don't want to clean it. We don't want to set up the pool and then have to
It's
spend
a lot of work, you guys.
all the work to clean.
Anybody that owns a pool knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You own a pool, you don't ever go swimming because you end up taking all this time to clean it, and once it's clean, you're like, yeah, no. Go wash your body off with no soap, no anything. Just go rinse yourself before you step foot in that. Oh, you stepped into the dirt? Nope. Go wash your feet off before you step, because it's like
above ground pools get nasty quick.
Above ground pools especially, it turns it real quick. And
However, if we get there's two things that I want to get for our above ground pool, so then we can set it up. But again, it's just, we don't want to spend any of our financial resources on the pool this year. We would rather continue to put it into building materials, going on little weekend getaways like what we just did and stuff instead of the pool. That's just where we want, that's where our minds are at for it this year.
Yep.
But the two things that I do want to get is I want to get a nice sand filter for the pool. We will still need to use like our redneck pool filter when we fill it up because of the well water. However, after the water gets nice and clean, then we can use the sand filter to maintain it being clean from algae and stuff like that. And then two, I want to get one of those like robot pool cleaners that go around and just every day they just suck it up and clean the walls and stuff, so that way no algae or none of that stuff can ever really grow in there. And if we have those two things, then the above ground pool would make sense for us. But until we do that, so it's probably not going to be until next summer, to be honest with you, just because we're really trying to focus on finishing up our house and, getting ourselves upstairs. We really wanted to be upstairs by the end of the year. I don't know if that's going to be a possibility or not. If it's not, then it's not. We really want to start, at least be finished with all of the outside and be working on the upstairs by the end of this year. And I think that is still I still think that that's going to happen.
It's a good goal. And
It's a good goal.
We're going to keep on trying to strive for it and do what we need to do. We do have that hot tub.
We do have the hot tub.
So, we can make it be a cold tub
Yeah.
during the summer.
Yeah.
So, I don't want no hot tub in the summertime. I'm just saying.
No. It'll be like 80 degrees. So it's like, it's not going to be cold. Because, I get cold easy. I get really cold easy.
I won't even mind doing that ice bath thing.
You go on ahead, but I won't be enjoying that with you. I'm good.
That sounds mighty nice. I'm not going to lie.
You can go on ahead, sweetie. I will not be enjoying that with you. No thanks. But we'll set you up with something. We'll get you one of those big horse troughs.
I'm just saying, those ice baths,
There's some
dude,
ice in
I
it.
would totally, in the middle of the hot summer day, don't threaten me with the good time, I tell you what.
Go on ahead, baby. Go on right ahead. Well, friends, we're going to jump off of this thing and enjoy the rest of our drive. We just wanted to pop in and say hello and let you guys know that we took y'all's advice. We went on a wonderful weekend and got to celebrate Gary and enjoy the kiddos a bit.
Yep.
Enjoy some friends and some family and feeling much, much better, happy, refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to kick butt this week coming up.
Yeah.
So we'll pop in tomorrow and let you guys know what's going on, where we're at, what we're doing. Say hey to you, fill you guys in. But until then, friends, just know we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.